Growing up, there was 3 main TV channels that I would watch for cartoons: Nickelodeon, Disney, and Cartoon Network. Nick and Disney did have some great cartoons over the years, but I often watched these channels for their live action shows. Like Drake and Josh, That's So Raven, Ned's Declassified, or Zoe 101. Looking back, Cartoon Network had the best cartoon shows that were ever created, so today, I will be going through the top 10 Cartoon Network cartoons. Have you ever wanted to see a main character that is a muscular narcissist that chases after girls on the daily? If so, then Johnny Bravo is the show for you. When Johnny approaches women, he usually gets rejected or even beat up. This is a hilarious running bit in the show and it never gets old. If he's not trying to pick up chicks, then Johnny is probably helping his mama run some errands or talking to his friend Carl. Oftentimes when he is trying to get his day started or cruise for chicks, little Susie is usually annoying Johnny in any way possible. This cartoon keeps a good focus on the main character and never tries to do too much. The first season of Johnny Bravo is pure gold, delivered with a few laughs. That's why it kicks off this list at number 10. Ever wonder if there is a good cartoon about a badass samurai who fights an evil demon? Then look no further than this entry. Samurai Jack centers around a samurai prince named Jack, who is on a mission to defeat Aku. Aku is a demon who was locked away by Jack's father, but after 8 years, he escaped and took over the world. Aku has surrounded the planet with dystopian retrofuturism, bringing robots, aliens, and many other creatures along the way. Jack was given a special katana blade by his father. This blade wields unimaginable power and can cut through pretty much anything. This gives Jack more experience and strengthens his skills. Aku and Jack have had some legendary battles, with Aku usually finding a way to escape in the end. When the show was brought back for an unexpected continuation in 2017, we finally got to see Jack defeat the evil Aku. Samurai Jack had great storylines and plenty of action, making it a fan favorite on Cartoon Network. When you were 10 years old, did you have an urge to put together a team of kids and fight against crimes like homework and bedtime? If so, you may have been influenced by codename Kids Next Door, a show about 5 kids who go by number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These kids are part of a much bigger operation where kids protect other kids while battling against adulthood. When kids reach age 13, they are decommissioned. This wipes their memory of everything Kids Next Door. Some exceptions are made. If the agent is highly skilled, they are offered to continue working with the teen organization, although these are few and far between. I always thought the villains from Kids Next Door were really cool and well thought out. Night Brace, Sticky Beard, and the Toilinator are some of the most memorable. While battling, the kids use various gadgets made from pipes, wood, and household items, usually shooting out food and drinks. Codename Kids Next Door was always a fun watch and was a mainstay on the network. What would happen if Mama had a chicken, Mama had a cow, Dad was proud, and he didn't care how? Well, apparently a cartoon called Cow and Chicken. 7-year-old cow and 11-year-old chicken are brother and sister. Cow gets on Chicken's nerves, but he always looks out for his little sister. The red guy is always causing trouble for the two, oftentimes tempting them with money, fame, or whatever they want. During the show, Cow and Chicken go to school like 2 normal kids, even wearing backpacks. The parents of Cow and Chicken remained a huge mystery as they were only shown from the waist down. It was revealed in the pilot episode for What a Cartoon that they don't have a top half of their body. However, this pilot only aired once, so fans of the series that didn't catch this episode never knew their true appearance. The last part of most episodes consisted of an I Am Weasel segment. I Am Weasel and IR Baboon are a dynamic duo. Weasel is very successful, famous, and talented. Baboon, on the other hand, is not very bright. He is jealous of Weasel and his success, usually trying to outshine him in any way possible. The red guy also made his way into this spinoff. He is less evil in this show, kinda. Cow and Chicken is very unique. It's like you get two shows in one. Plus, the red guy's there the whole time. While growing up, did you ever have an imaginary friend? This is something usually done by children for fun. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends took a new spin on this concept. In this world, imaginary friends become real once they are imagined. Following a kid named Max and his imaginary friend named Blue, we see just how crazy and adventurous it can be living in an orphanage full of imaginary friends. Blue is allowed to stay at Foster's home without getting adopted under one condition: if Max visits him every day at 3 p.m. Along with the friendship dynamic of Max and Blue, it's all of the other characters in the show that make it really interesting. Wilt, Coco, and Eduardo are the main friends of Blue throughout the show. Madam Foster, Frankie, and Harriman the Rabbit keep things in order. Every day that Max visits Foster's, Blue is getting into something new. Whether good or bad, Max usually has to steer Blue in the right direction. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends is one of the most successful Cartoon Network shows ever. I remember looking forward to watching this after school every day. Sugar, spice, and everything nice, mixed with a little bit of Chemical X, and what do you get? The Powerpuff Girls. 3 girls with superpowers who are dedicated to fighting crime. The Powerpuff Girls, Bubbles, Blossom, and Buttercup, were created on accident by Professor Utonium. They do go to school and live with the professor, but their life is anything but normal. Most days are spent keeping the city safe from villains like Fuzz Lumpkins and him. Yeah, remember this thing? An interesting element of this show is that some bad guys move around as 3-person gangs. The MOBA Boys, the Rowdy Rough Boys, and the Gang Green Gang make for some cool 3 vs 3 battles. The Powerpuff Girls' main nemesis is Mojo Jojo. His main objective is to take over Townville, but he can never manage to get past the Powerpuff Girls. The mayor of Townsville did not approve of Buttercup, Bubbles, and Blossom being superheroes until one day when they saved the town from Mojo Jojo. This made the mayor change his mind, and from that day on, he called on them anytime the town was in trouble. Likeable main characters, a solid storyline, and interesting colorful villains. Just like the Powerpuff Girls were created, all of these ingredients mixed together to make a spectacular show. Robin is a very unique DC superhero. He's been in some legendary battles alongside Batman and is the best known sidekick in the world. In Teen Titans, we get a new viewing of the hero, as this time, he is the leader of the group. Robin, Cyborg, Starfire, Beast Boy, and Raven all live together at Titan's Tower. The team is based on DC comic books of the same name. Throughout the series, they fought numerous villains defending the city from mayhem. Slade is the main antagonist of Teen Titans. In DC Comics, his name is Deathstroke. In the show, he wants Robin to become his apprentice and turn on the Titans. Storylines in Teen Titans are outstanding, and character development is second to none. Something that makes this cartoon one of a kind is that every character had their own season that mainly focused on their story and growth. Season 1 centers around Robin as he fights off Slade. In Season 2, we are introduced to Tara, a girl who has some strong powers and becomes part of the team. Beast Boy really liked Tara, but sadly, she is with the Titans for a different reason than they thought. She is a spy for Slade, and was plotting on the team's downfall the whole time. Season 3 is about Cyborg as he goes against Hive, an evil organization that stands for Hierarchy of International Vengeance and Extermination. This team is so powerful that they actually beat the Teen Titans during their first encounter. To help take down Hive, Cyborg forms the team called Titans East with Aqualad, Bumblebee, Speedy, and more and less. Season 4 revolves around Raven as she has to defend the Earth from Trigon, her demon father. The 5th and final season of the show follows the Titans as they join with other heroes to fight the Brotherhood of Evil. This makes Starfire the only member of the team to not have a season centered around her, although there is a number of episodes where she is the main focus point. Teen Titans is easily the best superhero show to ever air on Cartoon Network. While you were growing up, did you ever hide something in your room that only your sister knew about? This next show took this idea to the extreme. Dexter is a boy genius who has a secret laboratory behind his bookshelf. His parents do not know about this. His sister Eddy always annoys Dexter and somehow finds her way into the laboratory, often messing up Dexter's new inventions. Eddy is also a skilled ballet dancer. Dexter is very ambitious when he gets to work in the lab. He is very smart, but his inventions fail a lot of times and he doesn't achieve his original goal. This is because he gets full of energy and loses sight of what he intended to do, along with the distractions of Eddy and Mandark. Mandark is Dexter's neighbor and classmate. He is an evil genius that is set out to destroy Dexter's plans. Mandark has a secret laboratory of his own, but instead of the blue, futuristic look that Dexter's lab has, his is red and black, setting off an evil, dark vibe. It's always a great time watching Dexter and Mandark go against each other in their robots. Mandark has taken many losses because he gets distracted by Eddy, who is his crush. Similar to Cow and Chicken, Dexter's Laboratory has different segments in each episode that don't revolve around Dexter. Dial M for Monkey and the Justice Friends. Dial M for Monkey is about Dexter's pet monkey. During the show, Dexter has a pet monkey. In the Dial M for Monkey segments, we see that his monkey is a superhero. His powers are super strength, super speed, telekinesis, and the ability to fly. Along with his partner Agent Honeydew and their team, Monkey fights evil before returning to Dexter's laboratory. The Justice Friends follows a superhero trio, Major Glory, Val Halen, and Crunk, as they go through everyday life as roommates. They live together in an apartment, and instead of a superhero show, it's presented like a sitcom, which is hilarious. The Justice Friends was a very unique concept, and I believe it could have been its own series. Dexter's parents are cool characters. Episodes revolving around mom and dad didn't happen often, however, the episodes about them are very memorable. Like when Dexter's dad arm wrestled that guy inside a restaurant. And of course, when Dexter's mom fought another woman for the last item at the supermarket. When I think of Cartoon Network, Dexter is always one of the first characters that comes to mind. Ed, Edd, and Eddy follows 3 kids who are always trying to scheme the neighborhood so they can buy jawbreakers. The Eds look and act very different from each other. Eddy is the leader of the group. He is a hothead and always comes up with the next plan to make money. Double D is the brains of the trio. He is also a clean freak and likes to invent things. Ed is not too bright, however, he is strong as an ox. The kids of the cul-de-sac don't include the Eds in their games or fun. This kinda makes Ed, Edd and Eddy rejects, and it's a cool dynamic for the show. Scams put together by Eddy don't always end well. Sometimes he gets beat down by the neighborhood jock Kevin, or Ed ends up peeling potatoes for Rolf. Another problem the group has to deal with are the Cantor sisters. 3 girls from a nearby trailer park who are obsessed with Ed, Edd and Eddy. The Cantors are known as bullies and are feared by the kids in the cul-de-sac. The Eds hiding from the sisters make for some great episodes. Throughout most of the series, the kids are on summer break, but during the later seasons, we do see the Eds go to middle school. Eddy frequently used the threat of, "My big brother is coming home," to get Kevin off his back. The appearance of Eddy's older brother was always a mystery. No adults were ever shown in the series until the movie Ed, Edd and Eddy's Big Picture Show, which served as the series finale. During this, we finally got to see Eddy's older brother. Ed, Edd and Eddy are always into something, whether it's tricking people into buying outlandish toys, or making a homemade amusement park to take the neighborhood's quarters. It's always funny and entertaining. The differentiality of the Eds makes for a unique contrast, and it works very well. This show had an amazing run on the network and is one of the most successful original series of all time. Before we talk about the best Cartoon Network cartoon, I want to show some honorable mentions that almost made it on this list. In the middle of nowhere, there is a house that is plagued by dark energy and creatures year-round. In this house lives an old couple, Eustace and Muriel, along with their cowardly dog named Courage. Muriel found Courage as a puppy in an alleyway and decided to take him in. Seeing how frightened he was when she found him, Muriel decided to name him Courage. Courage's day-to-day life consists of protecting Eustace and Muriel. This is not an easy task, as monsters, demons, aliens, and even mad scientists always try to do something bad to the couple and take over the house. Courage is always able to see suspicious activity and tries to warn Eustace and Muriel of danger. Eustace never listens and always replies with, "Stupid dog," shrugging off the warning. Similar to the Powerpuff Girls, the villains of Courage the Cowardly Dog are very memorable. Cats, the Red Cat, who is a crazy business owner and terrifies people with spiders and other creatures. He is the main villain of the show. Lee Quack is another main antagonist. He is a duck con man who always tricks Eustace and Muriel. His main objective is to make money, and when Courage ruins his plans, Lee Quack spends the rest of his days trying to seek revenge. Another villain from the show that everyone seems to remember is King Ramses, the ghost of an ancient Egyptian pharaoh that pays Courage and the family a visit. The ghost is on a quest to find an ancient slab that was taken from his tomb. This villain is extra creepy, and I vividly remember this episode was scary when I was younger. Even though Courage is a small dog and gets scared easily, he is very brave and always finds a way to solve the problem. Most episodes have a happy ending with Courage falling to sleep in Muriel's lap, while Eustace reads his newspaper. Anytime that Courage the Cowardly Dog was on, I was glued to the TV screen and had to see if Courage could save the day. The perfect mix of positive and negative between Eustace and Muriel, the way Courage couldn't just tell them that there was a problem, the wild and creepy villains, plus the atmosphere of being in the middle of nowhere with no help around. All of these elements created a perfect dynamic for a cartoon. Courage the Cowardly Dog is the best cartoon to ever premiere on Cartoon Network. This list was really tough to make because so many amazing shows have aired on the channel. Leave a comment down below and let me know what cartoons you think should have made this list. I hope everyone enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel if you'd like to. Until next time, stay up late productions.